Venezuelan could be free on bail as early as tomorrow.
City News Time, 1:04. Happening now, GO train service on the Lakeshore East and West lines is being affected after a fatality on the tracks near Churchill GO station. GO Transit says delays and possible cancellations on the line are likely for the next few hours. Metrolink spokesperson Anne-Marie Aiken says about 300 passengers are on board the train involved in the fatality.
That particular train is holding and with the passengers aboard it. And we're determining whether or not we can safely evacuate that train.
While police investigate, there will be no train service to Churchill Station. Trains are running between Union and Guildwood and between Pickering and Oshawa stations. Shuttle buses will transport passengers between Guildwood and Pickering. For a list of the delays and cancellations, you can head to gotransit.com.
You're listening to All News Radio 680 News. It's 1:05. We're getting more information today about what led to the cancellation of province-wide literacy tests last week. 680 Charlene Close is following that story, and she joins us live. Charlene?
Brian, the Education Quality and Accountability Office calls it an intentional, malicious, and sustained distributed denial of service attack. That is a type of cyber attack. It impacted the agency's ability to deliver the test to thousands of grade 10 students right across the province. Director of Assessment Richard Jones tells me the office did not expect to be targeted.
Whoever these entity or entities were, I mean, they were using IP addresses, a multitude of them from all over the world, to basically bombard our system with trash data, basically. And I mean, the whole idea was really to block access by our legitimate users, our school and board people, to get into our assessment system.
He says no private or personal student information was compromised. He says an in-depth interview in Gerard. Mayor John Tory says it's what people want in these changing times.
Starting today, you'll be beginning to see these location IDs, such as the one that's up on those signs there, on the pay and display machines and on the signs throughout the city. It's going to take time to do both the machines and the signage. The finish to that project will be by the end of the year.
Tory says already 25% of people are using mobile pay at Greenpeace Lost. He says it's about the city keeping pace with technology. Reporting live, Irene Freckless, 680 News.
680 News on 107. Major food regulation changes are on the way from the federal government that will impact how food companies sell products to your kids and the way you look at nutritional information. With that story from Ottawa, here's 680's Parliament Hill reporter, Cormac McSweeney.
This will be a series of changes that will be phased in over the next couple of years. To start, the feds are planning to change the labeling rules so that information for sugar, sodium, and saturated fats will be moved from the side of packaging to the front. That way you can see healthier options just by walking down the grocery aisle.
Better have Sugar Crisp, sugary vitamin cereal for superpower.
The government will also be restricting the way companies advertise to children, such as the use of cartoon characters or free toys inside. Health Minister Jane Philpott says all of the details still need to be worked out, but she will be consulting with Canadians and the industry.
We need to make choices that are good for Canadians, that will support them in making healthy choices.
The government will also be updating the Canada Food Guide to make it easier to understand for Canadians. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
680 News Time, 108. He had a string of hits, including this one that topped the charts in the 60s. Robert Bellini in Fargo, North Dakota. He was just 15 when he took the stage in nearby Moorhead, Minnesota, to fill in after the 1959 plane crash that killed Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson. Within months, V and his band, The Shadows, had a regional hit with Susie Baby. V went on to record 38 top 100 hits, including The Night Has 1,000 Eyes, Rubber Ball, and Run to Him. V also gave a young Bob Dylan his start. Dylan played briefly with V's band and suggested he change his last name to V.
Now the 680 News poll question of the day. Blue Jays are out, but will you be watching the World Series, which starts tomorrow night?
Media has over 100 local papers, 40 digital properties, and the largest flyer network in Ontario, making them the most read and trusted source of local advertising. In fact, 90% of people in their communities turn to their publications for local news and shopping information. To turn those readers into customers, visit Metroland.com today. Metroland Media, connected to your community.
streets, police are on the scene of a collision at the Queensway and Park Lawn, and single-lane construction is affecting southbound Bayview at Finch.
City Streets was brought to you by Train Heating and Cooling. High-efficiency furnaces available at the Home Depot.
And now the 680 News gas price update. Enpro predicting the price of gas won't change at midnight tonight. It'll hold at $1.07.9 a liter at most GTA stations.
680 News time, 1:10. The leaves are starting to fall, and so are the prices at Alexanian during our fall flooring event, where you'll fall in love with my new Jelly Alexanian signature carpet collection from only $3.99 a square foot. Beautiful wools, Berbers, powdered carpets, and my favorite Stainmaster Pet Protect carpet. Sophisticated, soft, and durable, with a lifetime stain warranty from only $4.99 a square foot installed. See it today at Alexanian's with 17 locations to serve you.
Most of us go the same way every day. Turn that same corner. Take that same exit. What if there was a vehicle that changed the way you saw your route? Set you on another path. One that's scenic, surprising, uncharted. Introducing the eye-opening 2017 BMW X3. Visit your GTA BMW retailer by October 31st for rates from just 3.9% APR, plus additional event credits up to $1,500, and make your everyday extraordinary.
680 News time, 1:11.
Traffic and weather together on the launch. Here's Christine Langus.
This report is brought to you by RE/MAX. We still have this collision eastbound 401 east of Meadowvale in the collectors. The 3 right lanes are blocked off. Only the left lane is getting by. Really not a big delay, though, in the east end. Volume is quite light. In the west end, westbound 401 is heavy from approaching Winston, Churchill to Trafalgar, but no collisions on the go. Northbound Don Valley Parkway busy with volume from approaching Eglin to York Mills. The rest of our routes in good shape. That includes the southbound 404 Don Valley, the Gardner, the QE, the 427, 410. Now, we did have a collision at the Queensway and Park Lawn. Police are on scene. Southbound Carmody ramp to eastbound 401 remains closed due to construction. And we have single lane construction affecting northbound Bayview at Shepherd, as well as southbound Bayview at Finch. Today's real estate market requires an agent with the right experience to get the right result. RE/MAX agents know the GTA. Go with those who know. Call RE/MAX or visit remax.ca. And now with the forecast, here's meteorologist Jill Taylor.
Mainly cloudy, windy Monday for us with a chance of showers that wind out of the northwest to about 40 kilometers per hour, but higher gusts. Our guaranteed high 10 degrees. Partly cloudy, windy tonight, and northwest winds along near 4, and then windy with sun and cloud tomorrow, the high about 8 degrees. Sun and cloud for Wednesday and 6. For today, the guaranteed high 10.
Right now in downtown Toronto, a cloudy sky. It's 9 degrees. At Pearson Airport, cloudy and 9 as well. We'll have another check of traffic and weather together in less than 10 minutes. 680 News time, 1:13.
Time now for the BMO Smartfolio Market Minute to the Business Center. And let's check in again with Chris McCusker. Chris?
Brian, still seeing this modest pullback on the TSX. It's down by 45 points, 14,893. While the Dow is higher by 69, 18,214. And the NASDAQ, still the big winner in North America. It's higher by 0.8% to 5,301. Now, doing some damage on Bay Street today, the price for oil is down by about $1 now, $49.88 a barrel. Gold is off by $4 to $12.64. We've got silver up by a dime to $17.59. And then the Canadian dollar's off by about 1/3 of a cent, 74.65 cents U.S. I'm Chris McCusker, and that's your Market Minute on 680 News.
Put your money to the hard work with BMO Smartfolio, the affordable hands-free way to invest online that's managed by experts. Learn more at bmo.com/smartfolio.
Just ahead, French surveillance plane crashes shortly after takeoff in Malta. Well, maybe see Tom Rivers with that story coming up.
680 News time.
On News Radio, 680 News. Overcast skies right now, we're at 9 degrees. Good afternoon from the 680 News Broadcast Center in downtown Toronto. I'm Brian Fisher.
And I'm Sarah Parrott. Here are the top stories this hour.
Appeal denied. The lawyer for Michael Rafferty, the man convicted of killing 8-year-old Tori Stafford in Woodstock 7 years ago, had gone before Ontario's top court today, asking for a new trial. There's no train service on a portion of GO Transit's Lakeshore East line. It's due to a fatality on the tracks near Rouge Hill Station. Now, trains are running between Union and Guildwood and between Pickering and Oshawa, with shuttle bus service between Guildwood, Rouge Hill, and Pickering GO stations. That's expected to be the case for a while yet. Stay with 680 News. We'll keep you updated. 680 News time, 1:15. Time now for sports, brought to you by Wild Set.
Crosby has missed the first 6 games of the season with a concussion. Just 2 in the NHL tonight. The Habs home to the Flyers at 7:30. And on Sportsnet Ontario, you can watch Calgary in Chicago. Puck drop at 8:30. Blue Jays GM Ross Atkins will hold his end-of-season news conference today at 3. You can watch on Sportsnet or listen live on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. And in Monday Night Football, the 4-2 Texans visit the 4-2 Broncos. Kickoff set for 8:30. Sports at 15:45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca/590. 680 News to 117.
The chickens are running. Why? Because Wild Wing now has half-price Wings Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, wings are half-price at Wild Wing with a beverage purchase. Come on in and try their wings in any of their 101 Wild Wing flavors and see why they sold 24 million last year.
So get the financing you need. Visit northwoodmortgage.com today.
Grandma gets harder for you. 680 News Time, 118.
Well, authorities in Malta say the small plane that crashed at a fireball soon after takeoff was heading to the Libyan coast to monitor illegal trafficking routes.
Pilot of a passenger plane on the ground in Malta commenting on the tragic scene unfolding outside of the passenger window. The twin-prop Fairchild Metroliner had just taken off, turned on its side, and then slammed straight down. All 5 victims on board were French. Flight was part of a customs surveillance operation tracing orderly. There is a huge security operation in place with riot police vans lining the streets and standing at junctions. The authorities hope to move 3,000 people from the camp today and then start demolition tomorrow.
There is concern that some migrants will refuse to go because they still want to get to Britain, and there were some clashes there over the weekend. Coming up in 60 seconds, traffic and weather together next. 680 News Time 120.
Want to see Ball's greatest style? Shop Royal Lighting now during their Fall Beautiful Lighting Sale. A huge selection of every shape, size, and color in chandeliers, floor and table lamps, vanity lights, outdoor lighting, and ceiling fans now on sale at lowest price.
Available in the Infiniti Q50 Sports Sedan. With up to 400 horsepower, your test drive may leave you craving an Encore. This month, lease a 2016 Q50 2-liter turbo at 0.98% for 48 months. With up to $3,500 lease cash. Visit your GTA Infiniti retailer for a test drive today.
680 News Time, 121.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Here is Christine Langos.
This report is brought to you by Rogers. We still have a collision on the eastbound 401 east of Meadowvale in the collectors, blocking the 3 right lanes. Left lane is getting through, and volume is quite light, so it's really not going to cause a big delay for you if you're heading in that direction. As eastbound 401 east of Meadowvale collectors, 3 right lanes are blocked. Westbound 401 looks like volume is easing in the west end, although we still have slowdowns approaching Mississauga Road to Trafalgar. Northbound DVP, a delay from Eglinton to York Mills, but southbound 404 Don Valley still in excellent shape, and we're trouble-free on the Gardner-QE combination. We have a collision affecting east and westbound Burnhamthorpe at Mill Road. We have lanes blocked each way, and the ramp from southbound Carlingview to eastbound 401 remains closed due to construction. Rogers Business Forum presents Rogers Talks, an interactive morning with industry experts this November 8th at the Liberty Grand. Visit rogers.com/Rogers Talks to register for free. Now the extended forecast, here's meteorologist Jill Taylor.
A mainly cloudy, breezy day. That wind out of the northwest, pretty strong gust for us today. The guaranteed high just 10 degrees. 4 for the low. It will be partly cloudy, windy tonight. Bit of sunshine for Tuesday and Wednesday, but still a strong wind. And highs below average, 8 degrees Tuesday, only 6 for the high Wednesday. Thursday, rather wet, windy with rain, the high 7, mainly cloudy, 9 on Friday. For today, the guaranteed high, 10.
A cloudy sky in downtown Toronto, sitting at 9 degrees. At Pearson Airport, mostly cloudy and 9 degrees.
And coming up on 680 News, we're following breaking news from Osgoode Hall, where the judges have dismissed Michael Rafferty's appeal attempt this afternoon. Rafferty was convicted in the kidnapping and murder of 8-year-old Tori Stafford more than 7 years ago. He's been asking for a new trial. Our Moma Qureshi will join us live from the courthouse coming up at the bottom of the hour.
680 News Time, 123.
Give your son the foundation for life at St. Michael's College School.
We're in an environment where everyone is looking to succeed. It's coined as a university preparatory school. It's just a community where everyone learns to...
There is jam-packed with homegrown fun and the best in local food and animal entertainment.
Visit 680news.com for your chance to win and to sign up for the Insider Club.
This portion of 680 News being brought to you by Friday Harbor. Now today in the GTA, well, police are looking for the person or persons responsible for the city's latest murder. A 23-year-old man was found shot dead inside a crashed Range Rover in Etobicoke this morning. Police identifying him as 23-year-old Mohammed Omer of Toronto. They say they got the call just before 1 a.m. to the area of Kipling and the 401. It appears Omer was inside the vehicle when he was shot. He then crashed the vehicle, hitting a house and a tree. Anyone with information is being asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers. You're listening to 680 News.
Do they still play the blues in Chicago when baseball season rolls around?
Well, the Chicago Cubs are favored to win the World Series, which gets underway tomorrow night in Cleveland, and the Vegas odds makers are loving the Cubbies, too. Long-suffering Chicago Cubs fans have been waiting for a World Series title since 1908.
The resort presents the Constellations, the next genesis of this award-winning resort experience. Live on the water under starry nights. Register today for the launch of this incredible opportunity at FridayHarborResort.com.
I'm a nurse. Last year, 74 registered nurses were cut from the hospital where I work. Every day we have to do more with less. And it's not just my hospital. Since 2015, over 1,500 registered nurse positions have been cut in Ontario. And now we have fewer RNs per person than any other province.
Registered nurses play a vital role in your well-being. They want you to know what's happening to your health care. Nurses know. A message from Ontario's nurses. City News Time, 1:26.
And now the 680 News Business Report to the Business Center and Chris McCusker.
And Brian, a trade deal between Canada and the U.S. fell apart last week after our trade minister walked out. Now we are hearing the summit plan for this Thursday to sign that landmark agreement might not be dead. The EU President Donald Tusk, we are hearing, spoke to PM Justin Trudeau by phone today, saying there is still time to work things out. The small region of Wallonia in Belgium has so far refused to back this deal. Now, interestingly, and perhaps coincidentally, I just got an email from the Canadian Chamber of Commerce saying, in a time of slow growth, it is urgent that somehow some sort of agreement comes to pass between Canada and the U.S. in this trade deal. Meantime, we have oil moving lower today, and this comes on word Iraq wants to be excluded from the production cut that OPEC's been talking about. Now, reports say that Iraq, which is OPEC's second largest producer, needs that revenue to fight ISIS. So we've got oil down by about 2% right now, 49.86 a barrel. Energy stocks are lower on Bay Street. The TSX is off by 42, 14,896. We've got gold stocks lower as well, with gold down by $4 to 12.63, and the Canadian dollar is off by 0.3 of a cent, 74.68 cents US. The Dow up by 71, 18,217. The Nasdaq higher by 45 to 5,302. Now, polls are showing that Hillary Clinton is very likely to win the U.S. election in 2 weeks. So a Democrat is going to replace a Democrat. Likely no change in the House, although there's still 2 weeks to go. So in other words, it looks like we're going to see status quo in that U.S. vote. Bruce Campbell, the president of Campbell Lee and Ross Investment Management.
Markets never like uncertainty, but at this stage, because we're a little bit stretched, that would have, I think it really would have caused a dip. And if somebody gets worried, between now and then, I guess it still could, but certainly the polls are so, tilting the one way towards Hillary now, it's probably close to a done deal.
Now, one of the most actively traded stocks in the U.S. today, shares in AT&T, the company looking to merge with Time Warner. Getting approval on this, though, could be a challenge. Right now, shares in AT&T down by 1.6%, 36.87 a share. I'm Chris McCusker. This is 680 News.
The Royal Horse Show is North America's #1 indoor equestrian event, starring Olympic gold medal winning riders and horses competing at the highest level in show jumping, indoor eventing, and dressage. Over 1,000 competitors will vie for more than $800,000 in prize money and the title of Royal Champion. The Royal Horse Show, November 4th to 13th. Tickets at royalfair.org. Sponsored by Ontario Toyota dealers, Logie and Lovelock, President's Choice, Government of Ontario, and City of Toronto. Take go at CTC to Exhibition Place.
It's that time of season when we start thinking about changing those drafty old windows. Hi, I'm Tom Rokiki of Inline Fiberglass Windows. Plastic vinyl windows expand and contract 8 times more than fiberglass, thus allowing the cold air in and shortening the life of a window. The walls of your home are insulated with fiberglass, and your windows should be too. If you are thinking of changing your windows, do it for the last time. Choose Inline Fiberglass. Visit us online at inlinefiberglass.com.
It's time for the 680 News Business Travelers Forecast. 3 of them right here in Toronto. Find out more at queensmbaintoronto.com. Washington, D.C. today, sunny and 20 degrees. In Orlando, it's sunny and 27. Partly cloudy, 23 in Los Angeles. New York City, partly cloudy and 15 degrees. 680 News Time, 1:30. Number 1 for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Here are Brian Fisher and Sarah Paris. Good afternoon. It's Monday, October 24th.
Overcast skies right now in downtown Toronto. We're at 9 degrees. Here's what's making news this hour.
Michael Rafferty, the man convicted of killing 8-year-old Tori Stafford, is not getting a new trial. A panel of 3 judges did not take long to decide to deny his appeal.
GO train passengers are currently dealing with delays and possible cancellations on the Lakeshore East and West lines following a fatality on the track. It wasn't just Netflix and Twitter. The cyberattack that knocked out many popular websites last week is also to blame for shutting down Ontario's trial of the online literacy test. Mayor John Tory announces the expansion of Green Pea Mobile Pay.
This is an example of how we can modernize the services the city offers.
Mobile Pay will now include street parking.
Dwayne Casey picks the front runner to take Jared Stolliger's spot in the starting 5. The Leafs wave McCulloch and claim Ben Smith. Sports at 45.
From a 15-month high with commodities under pressure. Bay Street off by 46, the Dow up by 70, and oil is below $50 a barrel. Business.